Let's do it again, baby. Let's do it again. We are good to go. Hey guys, how you going? So down BKR Sport. We are live as my Gold Coast Titans will be taking on the St. George Illawarra Dragons down there in Wollongong, where unfortunately the Titans have actually never won before. Yep, no, it is a tough one. And look, both these teams are coming off pretty poor wins, especially the Titans, obviously. But you know, the Dragons have only won one game all season, which was against the Melbourne Storm. Actually, you can probably tell that I'm breathing pretty hard right now. So if you don't know, I am very sick at the moment, but I am still streaming. As you guys know, I am in India, so unfortunately the sicknesses over here do hit you really, really hard for a decent little bit. So if you can hear me breathing heavily, if you see me muting to cough all the time, or I need to run off screen for a quick little bit, then do please understand that it is because... damn, the sickness over here definitely does get you, man. It definitely does get you. But let's get into this game here today. The Dragons last week, they lost 23-22 to the Eels, who had not won a game yet. And the Titans lost 36-10, who, yes, the Dolphins went on to beat the Penrith Panthers the week after, yesterday. The Dolphins hadn't won a game up until that point as well. So they're actually 2 wins in a row now. So both these teams are coming in off of pretty poor losses. But the Dragons, again, they've only won that one game, and it was against the Melbourne Storm. They lost to the Rabbitohs. They lost to the Bulldogs as well. You know, they've had a bit of a tough season, the Dragons, and they're still trying to muster up and see kind of what team they are, because they've made a lot of acquisitions and whatnot over the off-season with Valentine Holmes, with Damien Cook and the likes, even though, you know, they still have a halves pairing that, although could absolutely kill it today, don't leave you kind of in the lurch of thinking that they can win a comp. You know what I'm saying? That's a big part of why people are concerned about the Dragons in regards to their halves. And also, it is a little bit of an irky team, and it has been like that for a few years now. And the Titans, on the other hand, you know, they've had just the most strange season that you would expect from the Gold Coast, to be fair, but they've had an incredibly strange season where they had the bye in the first round, then we went and got pumped by the Dogs 40-24, but the first 20 minutes it was down 22-0 before the Titans were able to make a respectable scoreline and actually win 24-18 or whatever across the last 60 minutes. But again, that's just making it a respectable score. Still got thumped on the field. Then they went and beat the Knights 26-6, beat the Roosters 30-12, before then going and losing 36-10 to the Dolphins. So it quite literally is all over the shop. It quite literally is all over the shop everywhere for the Titans, and now they come in against the Dragons, who there's a winnable game for both these teams. It just comes down to who wants to win it more. And I know that may sound simple, but you know, when it comes to these two teams, you just don't know. You know, I've been joking around with my Dragons mates all week, whether it be Trademark Sports or Julian Ali or these kind of, or Mad Dragon podcasts and whatnot, and it's like, for the most part, the Dragons fans are saying, no, you're going to win, and the Titans fans are saying, no, you're going to win. So that's kind of where our headspace is at right now. But look, I hope that our boys do get up here today. I know that it's a winnable game regardless. They've got to break a hoodoo down there at Wollongong where they've never won before. But look, I have a bit of belief in my team, so hopefully we can get back to winning ways despite the fact there is no Tino. Let's get into the two-team lineups here for today's game. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Again, this will be a tough stream for me because I'm sick. I don't know if I'll be able to do the Broncos-Roosters game, but I'll do my best. So this is down there at Wollongong. The Dragons come in from 13th position. The Titans come in from 8th position. The Dragons ins Matthew Finau with the out being Sione Finau. The fullback is Clint Gutherson, who is the captain, with the wingers being Tyrell Sloan and a Christian Tuipulotu. Centres of Moses Sully and Valentine Holmes. You go to the 5'8" of Kyle Flanagan, the halfback Lachlan Ilias, with the props being Toby Couchman and David Clemmer, the number 9 being Damien Cook. Back rowers Jaden Sewer and Dylan Egan, with the 13 being Jack de Bellin. The interchange is Lucian Leilua, Jacob Little, Blake Laurie and Hamish Stewart, with Matthew Feeney as the 18th man replacement. Now, again, NRL.com's gone back to not showing the coach. Obviously, it's Flanagan. This Dragons team has the capacity. I tipped them pre-season to finish dead smack in 8th. I tipped them to do it just based on the fact that I was probably a little bit too overconfident their new signings, but I thought that they would be a bit better than what they've shown so far. All right, but Gutherson has been really good regardless, so you got to be happy with that. I do find the acquisition of Damien Cook an interesting one, considering that Jacob Little was doing really good as the number 9, and now he's coming off the bench, but it's like you could make the argument that Jacob Little could still be starting, man. You really could be. They've actually pushed Luciano Leilua from the starting team into the bench here. For the Dragons. So, yeah, interesting little sub there. But overall, like, there are parts of the Dragons team that you do like. There are definitely parts that you do like, and there are parts where you're just like, I don't know what's happening here, and I don't know what the ultimate goal is. So that's what I would look at when I say about the St. George Illawarra Dragons. The Titans, on the other hand, the Inns, Alan Fitzgibbon, Sam Verrills, and Tom Weaver. So I think this is our third week in a row where we're going to have a debutant in the game with Alan Fitzgibbon. And it's good to see Sammy Verrills come back in as well. The outs are Jacob Alakwinki, Sean Mullaney, and Tino Fa'astor-Malawi, who's unfortunately suspended. You go to the fullback, Jalen de Groot, with the wingers being Tony Francis and Philip Sami. Bo Firmus shifts into the centres with Brian Kelly, with the 5'8" being AJ Brimson and the halfback Jaden Campbell. Now you go to the props of Mwaki Fodawaker and Regan Campbell-Gillard, with the number 9 being Sammy Verrills. Back row is Khalees Haas and David Fafita comes into the starting lineup with Chris Randall as the lock. Interchanges Rama Howard, Jimmy Jolliffe, Brock Gray and Alan Fitzgibbon, with the 18th man replacement being Tommy Weaver, and obviously the coach is Desi Hasler. I do find it very interesting. They have shifted Bo into the centres when they could have easily kept Philip Sami in the centres and then pushed Alan Fitzgibbon onto the wing, which kind of confuses me as to why kind of Fitzgibbon's there if he's not even going to start, considering that he is a winger. I'm really not a great deal too sure why he's on the team if he's not just straight up starting, and we're having to shift a back rower into the centres, where Bo does a great job there. Don't get me wrong, I still would prefer him in the back row, but Bo does a great job in that position. But it's like, you have the position there, like you have Fitzgibbon that could start here. Is it because you really, really want to start Dave? Is that what's going to happen here? But yet you've got Khalees there, who is obviously defensively minded, and attacking wise you don't really look at. I'm really interested in why Desi's done that. But then again, Desi is the mad scientist. We're going to trust that he knows what he's doing. And then, look, defensively, the Titans, they're up and down. They're very up and down. Across the space of 15 years, 20 years, they haven't been good. But this year, they have been up and down, where they didn't give up too many points to the Knights, didn't give up too many points to the Roosters, gave up a few points to the Dogs, gave up a few points to the Dolphins. So it's 50-50, man. It's 50-50. And it's not like this Dragons team is a world beater. So, look, you look at this game, and I know that the neutral will tip the Dragons. I'm very well aware of that. Obviously, I'm a Titans fan. I'm going to back my boys in. Realistically, if you're looking for the most likely option here, it would more than likely be the Dragons, based on the fact they're at home. We've never beaten them down there. You couldn't, as a neutral, back in the Titans to prove that they are where people believe they should be. Because a lot of people, and a majority of people, say there's a great team on paper always here, but it just never comes true. And it's like, well, I agree. 100%. I 100% agree that the Titans may have a good team on paper, but that doesn't necessarily translate on the field. So I can understand why people would be going with the Dragons here. I do think it'll be a close game, though. I don't think we get done 13 plus here, and I don't think that we would win 13 plus. Is there a world where 13 plus could happen for both teams? Yeah, sure, because both teams aren't fantastic at the moment, and both teams could win this game 1-12. So look, I'm going to back my boys in 1-12 here, but obviously you know what I've said. Now, in regards to the ladder, the Dragons, if they were to win this game, they're on 4 points right now with a -4 points differential. They would go up to 6, and they've got the exact same points differential as the Titans. So the Titans are on 6, the Knights are on 6 as well. Same with the Raiders and same with Manly. Now, the Knights are on -24, so they would automatically go above them. Because they're on the same points differential as the Titans, they would also go above them. They would only need to win by 2 to go above the Canberra Raiders. Again, the Knights play the Tigers this week and the Raiders play the Eels, so they can still jump them. And then Manly are +28, so the Dragons would have to win this game by a good old 34 to 36 points to go above Manly, and Manly play the Sharks in Perth tomorrow. So if the Dragons win this game, you'd more than likely be looking towards them situated probably 8th or 9th, because at the end of the day, you are more than likely going to be seeing, the Raiders and the Knights and whatnot are favourites for their games, right? And then you've also got the Tigers playing, who are above them. You've also got the Sharks still to play and whatnot as well. So there is a legitimate chance that the Dragons could win this game and still end up in 11th, only 2 spots above them. If they were to lose this game, however, the Cowboys are on -50 points differential. They have... Did they already play? No. They didn't. No, they haven't already played. But they've got 5 games. Oh, sorry. It's just really confusing because there's some teams that have played 5 times. Some teams have played 4 times. Some teams have played 6 times. So my brain can't even comprehend that at the moment. So the Cowboys still have a game to play. and they play the Rabbitohs. So if the Cowboys were to win that game, then the Dragons would finish off the week. You would assume in 14th, because the Roosters have a minus 62. They're on 2 points if they won, and the Eels have minus 85. They're on 2 points, and if they won, so it would need to be like a Titans flogging of the Dragons, and then the Roosters and Eels get pretty confident wins against the Broncos tonight for the Roosters, and the Raiders I think on Sunday for the Eels. So the Dragons would go into the bottom four though. Well, not guaranteed. The Cowboys would have to beat the Rabbitohs. The Cowboys would have to beat the Rabbitohs, but yeah, like it wouldn't be guaranteed, but there's a good chance they go into bottom four. Titans, on the other hand, they are on 6 points. They're in 8th position. They've got a minus 4 points differential. If they were to lose this game, they could go below the Knights. They could go below the Sharks. They could go below the Tigers, and they would go below the Dragons. Can't go below the Dolphins, and would have to get absolutely thumped to go below the Cowboys. So realistically, if they lost this game, you'd be looking at 12th or 13th for the Titans. If they won this game, however, they would go up to 8 points, which is equal with the Rabbitohs, the Warriors, the Storm, and the Broncos. It'd be equal second. But with the points differential of minus 4, it makes it difficult. So they would have to win by 8 to go above the Rabbitohs. They'd have to win by 12 to 14 to go above the Warriors, and then they'd have to win by a cricket score to go below above the Storm and the Broncos. You know, removing those two. Geez, my brain's not even comprehending at the moment. But anyway, long story short, they're not going above the Storm and Broncos, and the Storm and the Warriors actually play each other, so it would be beneficial, I guess, for the Storm to beat the Warriors there, which will give the Titans a better chance at finishing as high as they possibly can. But guys, appreciate you for tuning in. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We're going to do our best today. I am a rough chicken, man. I am an absolutely rough chicken, but you know me. We're consistent regardless, and we will be alive for our team. All right, let's move this chat across, and let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, says Panthers were trash. Yeah, they weren't good last night, man. They haven't been good all season, brother. They have not been good all season. I think it's a bit early in the season to talk about points differential. Thank you, mate. We're very well aware of that. We don't really talk about it too heavily until round 17, but it's to be consistent. You still want to have an idea. Like, okay, the reason why you say this, I know why you say this. It's because the Dragons and the Titans are both on minus 4. Right? It's not too early to actually be talking about points differential. It's too early to be talking about ladder positioning, sure. It's too early to be talking about ladder positioning, but I disagree with you. Points differential, like that's still telling you how much you've lost games by and how much you've won games by. So that's giving you a direct eyesight of how your first 5 games have gone. So how is points differential at this point of the season meaningless? How is points differential at this point of the season meaningless? Like, it's literally telling you across your 5 games how much you've scored more or how much you've conceded more. Do you know what I'm saying? Your comment makes absolutely no sense. But ladder positioning, sure, but it's just to be consistent and let people know kind of where the teams are at. Shady says, are you sick? Yes, I am sick, man. Also, a bit of respect. I know what you're joking about there. Cal J says, let's go Titans. Nate J says, g'day, mate. Here's to a good game. Fire up Saints. No, mate. No. No firing up here, Saints. No firing up here, Saints. No way. I told you, Daz, the Dolphins would get the chocolates. Sure. Sure. Cal says, hey, Bean. Sick. Sport Reaction says, why are they putting Al on the bench and Furman in the centres? I don't know. It's really confusing. It is really confusing. Come on, Blaze. You look like you have the dreaded man flu. Davo, I'm in India, mate. This is not the dreaded man flu. This is an actual, genuine, tough sickness that I'm going through right now, man. This isn't no man flu, brother. This ain't no man flu. Guerrero the second says, we have the fastest man alive playing NRL. Alan Fitzgibbon. God, I hope we win just because of Jag. You really dislike Jag, eh? You really dislike Jag. He'll be at the game today. With the game, James Speed says Dragons 10, Titans 18. I hope so, man. It's a hard game, a hard place to play at Wollongong because the wind is very swirly. The wind is very swirly down there. The wind is very, very swirly. Broggy Sports, hello, champion. Hello, champion. David says, they're not playing very good footy. Seb Watson says, this better not be that shower of shit that turned up for the Titans last week. Hey, why don't you settle down, Seb Watson? How about that? How about you settle down, man? Leave us alone. Leave us alone, mate, you know? Fair enough, though. Friendly reminder to refresh the scoreboard. Thank you very much. Yeah, Jay never remembers that. No. Jay would never remember that. It's really actually quite deplorable, to be fair, that Jay Has never and will never. Remember to tell me to update the time as well. I've got to think of that all myself over here. I'm a big boy. I'm a grown boy nowadays, Time and language, date and time. Take that off. Titans are out in the field, by the way. And then we go to Vegas. Brisbane. There we go. And then that should update after I refresh this. There we go. And the Dragons are coming out into the field now. I can hear them coming out. There we go. So that's all sorted, and that should update live now, I believe. It should update live. So I join a stream and get an ad about Josh Giddey. Yes, because Josh Giddey is the greatest player that ever did play. Dominic says, I reckon the Dogs win the comp this year as long as they're consistent all year round. That's great, but also the Storm are there still. And we're only 5-6 rounds in. So, yeah, that's a very reactionary thought process, and it's a very immediate thought process over the beginning part of the season, sure, but I'd like to see the Dogs take on the Storm. You can only play who you're up against, and the Dogs have done away with who they've been up against, but there's a long season to go, so I wouldn't be guaranteeing anybody just yet. I'd still have the Storm as the favourites despite their loss to the Dragons. But the Dogs are definitely, for me, in the top 4 right now. Definitely, by the end of the season. You are also on India time, so it might screw up the game clock. Yeah, I switched that around. Do you live in India, bro? I do not live in India. I am here in India for, it's going to be here for 3 months. I'm probably going to be here for 2 months. The game has kicked off here, guys, so hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. The Dragons will receive it at the 5, and they'll get this ball to the 15. When was the last time we played them on, a night game in the Gong? The only time... I can't remember the last time we've even played them in the Gong at night. Second tackle here for the Dragons. They'll get this ball to the 25. Father was in the top 5. Yeah, but long way to go with the Warriors. Long way to go. And it says, I reckon Penrith can win the comp if they stay consistent. Hey, fair enough, I reckon if the Burleigh Bears were in the competition or Tweed Seagulls were consistent, then they also could win the NRL, So fifth tackle, and it's going to be Dragons taking out the 45. Not a great look there for the Titans, who have just allowed Damien Cook to run straight up the guts. The Dingo says, good luck, man. Hopefully a better performance than last week. Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be nice. And that's going to be a good take there by Philip Sami. He grabs his ball at the 20. Would love Sami not to blow through a challenge early this week. Bowie Firma to the 25. Good run there by Bowie. Scoreboards are overrated anyways. Yeah, very overrated, mate. Yeah, no, the scoreboards are very, very overrated. They are super overrated, especially when they are going live. Yeah, no, see, I told you, mate. I told you. So Titans on 4 tackle, get this ball to the 42. Dogs and Storm are good, but don't forget about the Finns. Mate, no one's thinking about the Finns in regards to winning the comp. Come on, man. No one's thinking about the Finns winning the comp. It's been a good 2 wins for them, but no one's thinking about the Finns winning the comp, brother. At all. They're not even in the equation. They would have to win a lot more games for anyone to have a sense of belief that the Dolphins are going to win the comp. They still lost their first 4 games in a row, man. Let's not pretend that didn't happen. Let's go Titans. Hopefully, hey. Andrew says, I'm keen for entertaining Titans stream. I tip your boys for a bounce back. If I wasn't so sick, it would be a lot more entertaining, man. That's why I'm considering going to Vietnam early, because I just need to, I'll come back when it's not so hot, and I'll come back when... it's a bit of an easier time to travel India at the end of the year, probably. So 4 tackle here. I've already been here for about a month and a half. So 4 tackle now for the Dragons. They're just past the 50. They've started off in the first 3 minutes the better in regards to making the meters. No, you have started off the better making the meters here. 5th tackle out to the right, and it's going to be Ilias, where it's going to be Jalen Group. By the way, apparently the fullback has scored in every game against the Dragons so far this season. So if you had a bet on this game, you probably would have gotten on Jalen de Groot to score. He does usually like to score too. He scored... Oh, he didn't score last week, but he did. But he didn't. But he did, but he didn't score last week. He did against the Roosters, maybe? I can't remember. He scored like 2 out of the 3 games he's played, I believe, in first grade. Jordan Lorellis is under 50 points. Maybe. It'll be a tight one. Maybe. These 2 teams usually play high-scoring games, though, between the 2 of them. I remember the last time when I was down there in Wollongong, 4 tackle over the Titans to the 40. They get the ball here to David Fafita, and he'll be at the halfway point for tackle. I remember last time we were down there, it was a big score, like a 38-24 kind of game. So be careful about that. So that's going to bounce back here. Oh! Damn, the Dolphins, Dragons, geez, see, I'm getting a whole heap of Dolphins comments, so my brain just went to the Dolphins there. Dragons here, first tackle at 10. I think Dolphins were great last night, especially their scramble defense. Definitely top 8 quality if they play with that desire every week. For the Panthers, I think their tendency is over. Short of the Panthers, Dolphins, they still lost 4 games to start the season. So yeah, it's been great 2 games here. They've also played a very inconsistent Titans team, and also Panthers team has only won 1 game, and that was not even in the Southern Hemisphere. So it's like, yeah, sure, the Dolphins did play really good defense last night. I really appreciate that from them. I think that was how they won the game. But there's still a lot more to be proven, and that goes over the sidelines. Will be Titans ball hit the halfway point. Now we Titans ball at the halfway point. Thank you, Dragons. Thank you, Carl Flanagan. And says, yeah, if you're mentally over it, better to head over to Vietnam, look after yourself. Yeah, well, I'll come back for like Diwali, and I want to go to Jaisalmer so I can do the camels and tents and sleeping under the stars. Can I do it? But you can't do it. It's 43 degrees outside today, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even go out and enjoy. Like, the Indians can't do it. They stay inside. It's so quiet outside right now. It's so quiet. There's no one walking around because it's so hot at the moment. It's also Friday, so a lot of the Muslims do a lot of things for their religion on Fridays, but still, like, it's so quiet because it's so hot. So second tackle, I give it off here to Chris Randall. Randall at the back down to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell to Jalen DeGroot. And Jalen DeGroot's going to be 20 metres out here from the line. That's a shame about the heat. Yeah, 43 outside. Yeah, but this is only the start of summer, Brenton. So it gets up to like 48.50. It gets up to like 48.50. And if you think I'm joking, go on Google, lads, because I'm telling the truth. Fourth tackle now. They're 13 metres away from the line. Come on, JC. No, that's not the play from Jaden. That's not the play. Great to have the pool. Don't have a pool where I'm staying, unfortunately. Sammy Verrills gets it across. That goes backwards. Still Titans ball. Fit tackle, fit tackle, fit tackle. That's Jalen DeGroot with the try time, baby. I'm pretty certain this is going to be a try. I don't think he uses him. Bang! Jalen DeGroot with the try time. Jalen DeGroot with the try time. What did I tell you, Skunkle? And what did I tell everyone here? I said the fullback always scores. Fullback always scores. I don't think it is a Shepherd. I can see where that's why I got confused for a second then. But I don't think it is. The ball comes out the back here. Dave's there. And it doesn't impact him. I guess they may say he goes to the inside shoulder, though. They may say it. They may call this a no try. I think it would be weak because he's not getting there. But with that being said, on the technical basis, they may still call that. This will be interesting to see how the bunker rules on this. Broken down play, bounces at the back. Jalen DeGroot picks it up. Sam Verrills is up there. Damien Cook doesn't get impacted by him. They're going to say no try. Yeah, Voss is saying, I'm happy with it to be a try, but I don't think they're going to give it a try. Yeah, Ennis is also saying that he didn't have a problem with it. Like, I don't think that there is an impact here, but I also understand the technicality of the ruling. Oh, they're going to actually call it for a knock-on. Yeah, that's actually a good call. So it was a knock-on against Regan Campbell-Gillard. Not the obstruction. Because I don't know if they would have called the obstruction, but... Yeah, I'm okay with the call. I'm okay. At least it's not a penalty. It's just a knock-on there against the Titans, which will be at the 10. So they haven't called on the obstruction. I don't know if they would have, because I don't think that it impacted Damien Cook. I don't think it had any form of aspect of the play. And that's what the commentary was saying too. But also we know how much of a stickler the NRL can be with that kind of rule. Big Papa says, which part of India? I'm in Jaipur right now, man. I'm in the old city of Jaipur too. Like, I'm currently in the middle of a bazaar. So no try. Good luck today, Blaze. I think this will be close. There you go. And it says Cook wasn't impeded. I agree, but I probably won't be getting down to Tamil Nadu, brother. I won't be getting down all the way to Tamil Nadu. Nico says, I'm assuming you tip the Titans players with the Dragons. Okay, why you tell me that? Dragons now are going to get this ball to the 40, and they get this ball now right-hand side to... did you tip the Sharks this week? Did you tip the Sharks this week, Nico Hines, or what? So four tackles, for the Dragons. They're going to be 30 metres out, now fifth. I don't even understand that comment. Like, what was the purpose of your comment? I'm assuming you tipped the Titans, I tipped the Dragons. Am I meant to be giving you a gold star? Or, like, what are we doing here? Just, what was the point of that? 6 minutes in, and it's Titans ball hit the 20. Bunker love to rule those obstructions out. Yeah. Just came in. Was that a fair try or no? So, Rice, then I think that they probably... I don't know what they would have called in the obstruction. I really don't know what they would have called... if they would have called that an obstruction. But the knock-on was fair. Because he is dragging it back in. He doesn't have full control. Penalty Titans. Let's go. Yeah, give him a pat on the back. Yeah, give him a nice little pat on the back there in the chat. So, penalty Titans here. So... He was dragging the ball in, and the Dragon's arm is there, which constitutes a knock-on. I'm fine with that. I would have just loved to have known if they would have called the obstruction, because the commentary and myself are kind of on a similar wavelength, like it has no impact on the play. And Damien Cook isn't impacted in the slightest, like whatsoever, but they are very stickler for it. So it didn't even get to that anyway, so it's fine. So second tackle now at the 30. Sam Verrills, he'll get off here to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell's AJ Brimson. Brimson out the back into David Fafita. Go, Dave, go, Dave, go, Dave, go, Dave, go, Dave. He'll be 13 metres out, third tackle. Nick, I think you should be working on your own game, not in YouTube live streams. All right, Jaden. Yeah, Dave's been really good so far. David Fafita has been really good so far today. Fourth tackle now for the Titans at the 10. They roll it back to Sam Verrills. Sam Verrills off to Chris Randall. Chris Randall, short ball, Moeka Fodawaker, who is captain today. And it'll be 3 metres out, fifth tackle. Titans are starting to get a bit of a roll. Come on, Sammy. Sammy Verrills out to Randall. Randall back inside himself! Oh, that's great defence. Wow, I thought he was a guarantee for a try there, but that's great defence from Gutho. That is great. That's outstanding defence from Gutho. That is outstanding. Let's play for the Titans this season so far. Depends on what game you're talking about. They've been so different, polar opposite games. It's been a polarising season for the Titans, so I don't know if there's been... Like, it may be Jojo Fafita, but Jojo hasn't played this game in the last game. But the first couple of games, he was fantastic. Sammy Verrills was great in the Roosters game, but then didn't play last week. Jaden Campbell was great in the Knights game and the Roosters game, but the Dolphins wasn't fantastic and the Dogs wasn't fantastic. So it's very hard with the Titans this year, man. Very hard. So they've called 6 again here for the Dragons. And they'll be 45 metres out from the Titans. He's lost the ball. He's lost the ball. Oh, okay, he's gone backwards then, they've called. Ilias off to Sully, and Sully's 30 metres away. First tackle. I hope Sammy scores for the Gutherino. I don't think Sammy will do it again. He copped a lot of flack for that, even though like they're good mates. Like he copped a bit of flack for that. I don't know if he'd do that again. Second tackle here at the 25. DeBellin gives out the back here to front again. Short ball. They're going to score. Damn it, man. It was a good pass. That was a really nice pass out to the wing. And it will be... Oh, not this fucking idiot. Doing his dance shit after every single try. So it's going to be 4-0 here to the Dragons. With the kick to come. 10 minutes into the game here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe. It's a really nice pass. That's a really nice pass. And this is a really nice pass out. I think they cut out 2 players here. This is really good from the Dragons. Like, this all comes off the back of that Gutherson try saver because I don't know how Chris Randall hasn't scored there. I don't know how Chris Randall didn't score on the other side, but Gutho with some fantastic defense. But here we go, out the back, and that pass was... Oh, that cut-out pass to Val and then the quick pass from Val to Tuipulotu was really solid. Yeah, you can't do too much about that, man. Obviously, yeah, you can't do too much about that. When teams get penalties, why don't they kick it as far as they can? It seems like they just have to kick it for 10 metres or so. Because we see a lot of the time they bite off a little bit more than they can chew. So a lot of we've actually been seeing quite a bit recently where teams haven't been kicking it out. So it's been a tough one to watch in the NRL of recently. Oh, man. Don't worry, Dragons will just come up a 12-point lead again. Hey, listen, I hope so, man. At the end of the day, like, I'm just trying to survive myself as a human right now, let alone the game. But 4-0 here with the kick to come. Titans still favourites. You think Titans... I don't think Titans were favourites for this game, were they? Jack Smith says, I hate that Dragons winger. No, I'm just sick, man, so that just pissed me off. But, like, he's an entertainer, dude. I'm okay with it. But, like, any other dad, I'd be like, yeah, sure. But today, I'm just like, you're an idiot. Get off my screen. All right, so Val Holmes here from the wing. Skunkle, don't start, brother. And Val Holmes will get the kick. So it is 6-0 here. 29 minutes to go here. He's going to go like, I encourage you, mate. I encourage you to do streams like this when you're in my state, brother. Negan says, I hate having Firma at centre. That's not his natural position. I agree. With that being said, I did mention this beforehand. That we have Alan Fitzgibbon in the team. So why did Des push Bo to the centres and then push Sammy to the wing when he could have just put Alan Fitzgibbon into the wing and kept Sammy in the centres and kept Bo in the back row? I don't really understand what Des is doing there. I don't really understand the need for it. All right, so the Dragons will get the ball and they'll bring it back out here to the 12. How are you in front of me when you're in India? What a joke Australian internet speed is. So yeah, even the worst, I'm on currently like 40 Mbps upload speed here and like 50 download speed. Now that is one of the slowest, this is the slowest internet I've had in India so far. I've had internets that have been 300 Mbps and above, right? So yeah, it's really impressive that Australia created Wi-Fi and yet our Wi-Fi is some of the worst in the world. Some of the worst in the world. All right, Dragons now on fit tackle. They get the ball to the 45 to DeBellin. I was actually super concerned coming into here that the internet would be shaky. It just wasn't. Who's been to Vietnam here? How's the internet there? How is the internet in Vietnam? I would assume it's pretty good. So if you outside. No, bro. So first tackle, and it's going to be, if you want to see like the vlogs and stuff, man, BKRtravel over there in the pinned comment. New Zealand's still on dial-up, bro. Mate, Fiji, like New Zealand is premium compared to Fiji. And then Australia, is New Zealand internet better or worse than Australia's? It's still on dial-up, it's funny, but yeah, I can't wrap my head around that one. It's interesting. Left-hand side now for the Titans, and fit tackle at the 45. Jow in the group with a couple of hard runs there. It's shocking in New Zealand, I tell you. Yeah, probably. Like, it probably is. We're probably on the similar kind of, I don't even know how to explain it, similar Wi-Fi speeds and whatnot. And penalty to the Dragons. Ugh. Penalty to the Dragons. You can't take a quick tap, Gutho, because you've got about 74 players in front of you from your own team. My home one is 1,000 up fibre, not a thing in Australia. 1,000 up fibre? I don't even know what that means, but obviously he's from England, so your internet would be better than ours, bro, for sure. Dubs, I think Vietnam is becoming a big digital nomad hub. Would probably be good internet. Yeah, because I'm going to go there for my birthday on May 4. Again, my dad owns a pub there, so I may as well utilise it for my birthday. Starlink is not as fantastic as you think, GTGT. Like, we'll use that in Fiji, but you guys see my Fiji streams. Second tackle here for the Dragons. At the 45. It's good, don't get me wrong, it's much better than Australia's shit, but it's not the greatest. So left-hand side, Dragons offloaded to Bellin. And to Bellin, he will be taken down at the 10 on third tackle. Good to see DeGroot being more involved, probably got an earful. Yeah, but DeGroot's not been the problem for the first couple of weeks either. He's not been the problem. People just look for someone. Fourth tackle out to 5. I do still think we're missing Keanu massively, though. Massively. Short ball, they flick it out the back, it goes to nobody, and then it's going to be Sully taken down to the 20. Clarence says, hopefully Allen gets a good run tonight. Yeah, well, I don't know why he's off the bench. It makes no sense why a winger is playing off the bench. Go, Jalen, go, Jalen. Yes, he gets out of the in goal. Well done, Jalen. Awkward bounce there off the post from the kick from the Dragons, and Jalen the group grabs it. I just don't understand why he's coming off the bench as a winger. Tino suspended. They can't run without their head. They cannot run without their head. You are right there. You are right there. But third tackle for the Titans. Would love like a penalty or a 6 again, just to kind of get us back into the area. Damn, I'm coughing a lot today. Fourth tackle. Sammy Verrills off to Chris Randall. Need to see a bit more out of JC and AJ right now. I wonder how long Desi gives it before he does start to consider tinkering around with Zane Harrison. What's an AJ Bremson looking to join England? Sure. I don't see him getting back into the Queensland squad. And he's not going to be playing for Australia, so may as well if that's a possibility. How do you get sick when it's so hot? Fourth tackle leave for the Dragons. I can't even respond to you on that one, Big Papa. That's going to be knock on even the Dragons. Like, what the fuck? How do you get sick when it's so hot? Oh, man. That's something, man. Oh, dude. God bless you, man. So, Dragons knocked the ball on. Titans ball here at the 45. That's a good one, man. I know you didn't mean it to be a good one, but it's a good one. So, Titans now at the 45. Jaden Campbell. And now Cleese Haas, with a good post-contact meter run, gets the ball to the 40. First tackle now. Germs don't exist. Oh, the heat doesn't help you not be sick. It's not a protective bubble, mate. Mate. That was a good one. That was a good one. Second tackle here. Jaden Campbell steps on the inside. JC taken down to the 18. Good little run, though. Good little run. Sammy Verrills. He'll give it out to AJ Brimson. Grubbers it through. Sit up. And it'll go dead. I think it's going to be a penalty to the Titans, though. Yep, it will be. Good. Why isn't it sin bin then, Chris Butler, if you're saying that if it's a foul, it's in the act of trying to score a try? What happened to that big bag of pills? Thought that was meant to keep you safe. Yeah, like it makes you better. It makes you better. If that's a foul, it's not a penalty try. I'm just saying that based on it being a foul, it's a try scoring opportunity. All right, so it was a joke. No, it was not, Big Bubba. No, it was not. Of course, it was a joke now. First tackle now 5 meters away. Just own it, man. Say it with chest. It's all good. Out to Jaden Campbell. Short ball, Dave for feeder. Outside, try turn. Let's go, BK. Good offload, Dave. Good offload, Davey. Good offload, Davey. Try time with the Titans. Let's get it. Come on. 6-4 here with the kick to come to the Gold Coast. BK will score on the left-hand side. Dave is having a big game, bro. Dave is having a really, really solid game right now. So Titans will score. Titans will score. Why is BK on the team? Oh, man. People will never get past it. I don't know what... the 2... Is that... it's Tyrell Sloan. What's he doing coming in so far there? I don't understand why he came in so far. He's on nobody. Like, he was on literally nobody. Andrew doesn't ever say things that aren't dumb things, actually. To be fair. There are always some things. So, try time, and now it'll be JC to try and level it up at 6-6. Yeah, not just some Andrew. You've said a lot. Yeah, no, I agree with you there, Skunkle. Brocky says, BK has a great... Oh, he's missed the kick, JC. Damn it. BK is a great player. He does have his bad days, but more good in my opinion. I would say it's very 50-50, but when he is good, he is incredible. But when he is bad, it was like the Dolphins game last week. He had an absolutely awful game against the Dolphins game last week. But he's also been very good for the most part of this season. It's just unfortunately when he hits his rock bottom, he is rock bottom. But fortunately, when he's at his best, he is electric. Big Papa says the heat does help you not get sick though. Mate, please do some research on India. Please do some research. Because you are quite literally, factually, and significantly, statistically incorrect. This country, I'm not even going to get into it. Anyway, so it's coming to Titans now who grab the ball here with AJ Brimson. You're still not on mute. Brother, I'm sorry, but respectfully, you have no idea what you're talking about. You are right. Here is another Chipotle. Is good Mexican food. Is great. BK more diamonds than rocks so far this week. Yeah, he's been good today. No, he's been good today. AJ Brimson off to BK, and then BK with a strong run to the 30 on third tackle. What happened to Lachlan Ilias? He was way better at South. Was he? He was also spoken about in the same light as he is now. And also, yeah, he did shatter his leg, which is unfortunate. But also, Ilias and Tanner Boyd had a very similar reputation at their clubs at the same time. I don't know if you would say... I don't know if you would say that Elias was significantly better at the Rabbitohs when he was the scapegoat there at the Rabbitohs. I wouldn't say he's never been good. He's always shown promise. He's just never kind of lived up to the expectations. All right, second tackle now for the Dragons. They'll be at the 30. 20 minutes gone in the first half, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. 20 minutes gone. Damien Cook, he'll give it out to Sully, and Sully is going to... Oh, he's lost the ball! Yep, come on. Thank you, Moses. Thank you, Moses. Sully! Knock on, baby. Come on, Gold Coast. Come on, Gold Coast. He has been having a bit of a rough one. That was longer than 10 seconds, Chris Butler, but sure. That was longer than 10 seconds, but sure, they're going to challenge this. And that's going to be a strip, you watch. Is there the stripping action? I think the right hand will show that it's... I think he's got the ball there. Yeah, they're going to say it's a strip. Oh! Damn, I disagree with you. I disagree. I think that's a bullshit call from the bunker. I'll take it. As a Titans fan, I'll take it, but that's the wrong call. I've got to be honest with you. I disagree with this call, and I'm a Titans fan. That is a ridiculous call. You can clearly see that BK has got his hand around the ball, and he is making the motion with his hands. Sorry, Dragons fans, you've been ripped off in regards to a call there. Yeah, Desi's smiling because he knows too. Desi's smiling because he knows we shouldn't have got that call. That was a strip, Negan. Absolutely. 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 Desi was even smiling. Everyone knows it, and this is the problem. We as Titans fans can admit we just got a beneficial call. Like, that's an outrageous call. But we'll take it because we've had plenty of bad calls against us, but still it's the wrong call. And now you've lost your challenge too. Jaden Campbell gives it out to Bo Firma. That will hurt if they concede here. 5 metres out, third tackle. 5 metres out, third tackle. They give it across here to Jaden Campbell. JC, short pass to... Is that Chrissy Randall? I can't see. 4th tackle, 10 metres out. Yeah, it was Chrissy. Sammy Verrills, out to JC, gets it across, goes back. Oh, knock on. Knock on, Bremo, damn it. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. The Dragons didn't deserve to concede after that bad call just then. A call going towards the Titans, didn't think I'd see the day. Exactly. Exactly right. So it's going to be a knock on there from the Gold Coast with Dragons ball here. Dragons fans will go nuts now. Well, it's like we didn't score off it, so we move on from it, but it was a bad call. At least we didn't score off the back of it. At halftime, I'm probably going to run down and get some more water. I just realised I've run out of water and I need to be drinking water, and you can't have tap water here. Ball don't lie, Negan. We say it all the time. Ball don't lie. All right, so second tackle, which means I'll be gone for like 5-10 as soon as halftime starts. All right, so the Dragons now to the 30 on third tackle. Sully's had a rough game though, man. Like, he has had a real rough game. And here's Sully now. And what's he going to do with it? He's going to push up BK. Oh, and then as I say that, he gets about 5 post contact. Jack Smith says Jaden is getting his hands on the ball a lot. Good to see. Well, you want to see it. Yeah, he's making the defense guess. Good rush up defense there from JC as well. Spicy food for... No, bro. Not this weekend. Next weekend, sure, man. But not this weekend. Bomb from outside 40. And it will be Jana Grew. Good grab. And taken down to the 21st tackle. But yeah, he's making the defense guess a lot. Still need a lot more out of JC. But he is making the defense guess a lot. Sports Host, that left winger on the Dragons with the celebration pisses me off. Yeah, he does. But I think it's entertaining at the end of the day still. I may have reacted to it, but that's just because I feel rough. 4th tackle here. Dave again. Look at the way he's just... Look at the tackle breaks he's getting in this game. Alright, so 33. Let's move on from now, Big Papa. Let's move on, brother. Alright, so they kick that into the corner where it will be Gutho who grabs this ball at the 10. And Mwaki Fodawaker takes him down to the 10. I'd celebrate though if I was scoring NRL tries. Well, isn't it him trying to say he wants like a money contract or something like that? Like a big money contract? Didn't I say, I think I might have seen something about it. I think so. I could be wrong. Dragons fans, correct me if I'm wrong. Damn, I tell you what, yeah, you've just got to keep giving the ball to Dave in this game, man. You've got to keep giving the ball to Dave in this game. The game hasn't opened up yet. The game hasn't opened up. And DeBellin gets the offload away to Gutherson. And Gutho taking out at the 45. Really impressed with how he's transitioned from the Eels to the Dragons, though. Damn, I hope that water place is open, actually. And another ball over the sideline. Thank you. Another ball over the sideline there from the Dragons. It'll be Titans ball at the 30. Titans ball at the 30. Actually, let me quickly see if I've got some... whoa! Let me see if I've got some water, actually, in this kitchen area. Nope, damn it. No, I do not. Damn it, man. Damn it. Okay. Adam Smart says, this has been the worst import. Sam Tompkins, I'd argue Dan Sarginson's up there too. Second tackle for the Titans, AJ Brimson off to Dave, and Dave with a big run to the 38. Who's been the best import? James Graham, Adrian Morley, the guy for the Tigers, can't remember his name though. You're talking about Keith Galloway. Best import from England. Damn. Maybe Sammy Burgess. So Titans now 22 metres out. 6 again. Let's go. Come on, Gold Coast. And it's going to be big Moaki Fodawaker. He is 10 metres out here from the line. 10 metres out. First tackle. Sam Vels off to Jalen Negru. Short ball. Jimmy Jolliffe so close. 2 metres out from the line. Come on, Gold Coast. Come on, Sam Vels. Short ball. Moaki. What are you doing, Sammy? Not the play. Not the play there. Not the play from Sammy, unfortunately. Like, it's a good tackle, but not the play there, I don't think. It's just too short of a pass there right into the line. Like, you need a bit of a miracle for that one to go off. One of the touchy is watching for 4 passes, or if it's NRL, NFL rules again this week. It's always NFL rules, man. Always NFL rules. So 14-3, tackling opposition 20. So we've been tackling their 20 14 times. They've been tackling ours 3 times. So we've had the better of the ball. We just haven't been able to score too much. And I think it is kind of more so down to ourselves. But a lot of the game's been played in the middle of the field. Keep running it like Louis will get Simbin eventually. Wouldn't surprise me. Third tackle. And now Lucha Leilua. And that's a penalty to the Dragons. For offside, I reckon it is. Yep, it is. So we're going to get them right back into the thick of it. I call you out for that one, Skunkle. I call you out for that one because it was Luciano Leilua who gets the penalty. Damn, I thought I was getting so much better last night too. They haven't had a great deal of ball. Titans going to hold them out here. Yeah. So first tackle here for the Dragons. 46% for the Dragons possession-wise, 54% for the Titans. Completion rate for the Dragons is only 71%. That's not good. 79% for the Titans is pretty on par average. Like, it's where you want to be. It's not bad. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad. And now the Dragons, they're 10 metres away. Third tackle. Come on, hold them out here. Damien Cook, Flanagan... Short play, 5 metres out, 4th tackle. Come on, hold him out. Damien Cook to Ilias. Ilias at the back. Good rush at defence from Bowie Firma. Bowie Firma with a huge tackle there defensively. Wow, 5th tackle. They go short side. Gutherson back onto the inside. That was absolutely pathetic from the Dragons. Well, no. Yeah, now it's a knock on. That was absolutely just incredibly odd there from the Dragons. So Titans ball here at the 10. I don't know what they were looking to do there, but it was just awful. It was just awful. So first tackle now for the Gold Coast, the 15. James go Titans. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. We're well and truly in the game at the moment. Well and truly in the game. Just need to keep utilising Dave, because Dave is a monster today. He'll get an offload here. Watch. Yep, there you go. There's the offload. I knew it was coming. Then Tony Francis up to BK. BK runs it to the 50 on third tackle. Every time Dave touches the ball today, it's just golden. Just golden. Look at the way Brimo's running. Go, Brimo! Brimo taking out the 25. Good run there from the Brimdale Millionaire. 25 out. Sam Verrills gives it up to Chris Randall. Chris Randall, JC, gets away from 1. Gets away from 2. Taking out the 15. And they'll give it out to Brimson. Kicks it back onto the inside. Leilua is the one who gets back for this. I don't know where Gutho was, but Lucian Leilua, since Sam decided to have a crack at him, has decided to play the game of his life. It will be a dropout from the Dragons to the Titans. It's odd, Negan, considering that he is getting offloads galore today, considering that he is getting meters and tackle bust galore. I don't know why there isn't as many people following him up. Oh yeah, the Titans are playing much better than they did last week. That doesn't take much, though. They're playing well today in regards to the middle of the field and defensively. It's just attacking-wise, they haven't been there. Brimo's changed direction kicks are a thing of beauty. Not many people do it. Cleary does at a different level, but not many people do the change of direction kicks. So 10 minutes to go with the first half here, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Sam Verrills gets it across here. 5 metres out. Jaden Campbell off to Brimo. And that was a weird play there from Brimo. So third tackle, 11 metres out. Third tackle at 10. Off to Big Moe for the Waker. Go, Moe. Looking for the offload. Can't get the offload, though. Fourth tackle. Come on. Come on. Out to Chris. Chris to JC. JC, Jalen. Go, Jalen. No, it's good cover defense there from the Dragons on fifth tackle. 1 metre out. 1 metre out. Bo Firma gets it to Jaden Campbell. We haven't seen too much of a kicking game so far. Kicks it through. It's a nice kick, so it should be a dropout. Yep, it will be a dropout. Thank you. We haven't seen much of a kicking game from the Titans so far in the attacking area, so that works out there for JC, and we get a dropout. But he says, "Where is my badge?" It means you haven't paid for membership, mate. You haven't paid the $5 for membership. This is where your badge gone. So 9.5 minutes to go, the first half. He does go short. It's a good kick. Goes backwards. Titans get it. No way. Oh, but come on, man. Damn it. So Dragons get the ball now to the 45 and second tackle from the short dropout. And then we're going to give a penalty away. Oh, my God. Brock Gray gives away the penalty, so it will be Dragons getting the ball into the attacking area, which is just so bad. Like, you have a short dropout, you touch the ball twice in that short dropout, it goes back, then you give the ball up to the Dragons, and then they get a penalty at the 40 on their side of the field. Alright, so Dragons to kick this over the sideline. Very close game right now, though. You don't want to be it is a crusher. It is a crusher from Brock Gray. It's the correct call. Alright, so Lucian Leilua. He is 25 metres away from the line. Come on, Titans. Hold out. Get that cover defense flowing like that Roosters game. Dragons at the 20. Blake Laurie. Breaking news, there has been a fight agreement between Gally and Sonny Bill. Gal and Sonny Bill, has it really? Is that actually going to happen? I'll stream that. Is that actually going to happen? I've streamed every one of Gal's fights. Out the back, the Dragons' fourth tackle, 5 metres out. Come on, Titans. Hold him out. Verrills gives it off to Leilua. Oh, that's bad defense. Who shot off the line, bro? Who shot off the line? Philip Sami, what are you doing, bro? Philip Sami, what are you doing, brother? What are you shooting off of the line there for? We've been caught out in the exact same play. Oh, there you go. Sorry, I was on the wrong one. Yeah, we're back now. Sammy's in complete no man's land, bro. Like, he's in complete no man's land. And now I was muted. I'm back now. Oh, I just realised that was super high as well. Alright, so it's going to be 10-4 with the kit to come. It's just, Sammy coming in like that is just, very much, Like, Sammy is not, he doesn't have the centre and he doesn't have the winger. He's literally just in the dead smack middle of them all. The dead smack middle of them all. Tell me it's going to get easier one day supporting the team. Alex, listen, bro, I'll be here with you the whole way. But I can tell you, good luck saying those 4 premierships by 2030. So Val Holmes here from the left wing. He will make the kick. So it'll be 12-4 here with 7 minutes to go. Sucks when we only have 2 defensive wingers and one's injured. Why did we put Bo in the centres when we have a winger on the bench? Riddle me that. Explain this to me. Like, it's training drill stuff what we just witnessed there. Why do we have a winger sitting on the bench, bro? It doesn't make sense. Sammy tried to put a shot on Gutho. He didn't put a shot on anybody, though. There was no one within range of him. He didn't touch anybody. He was in the middle of everyone. Alright, so Blake Lowry now. He'll get whacked down to the 15. Gal beats Hunt. Hunt beats Sonny Williams. Sonny Williams beat Gal. NRL logic. That fight is like 4 or 5 years too late, bro. That would have been such a hype fight back in the day. And it will still get a bit of hype, but it's just not like it once was. I wish we had a winger on the bench last week. Yeah, fair enough, but also I don't think that changes your result. Like, they are quite literally targeting that side in this game. The Bo Firmo Phil Sammy side. I just don't understand the purpose. But then again, Dave has been really good today as a starter. Like, he's been unreal today as a starter. Alright, so it's going to be the Titans who grab the ball at the 15, and Jana Groot will get slapped by Tyrell Sloan. There's no join button for the membership. Yeah, there is. Someone said separate topic. David Fafita was playing very well when he got the start. Yeah, no, he is. Yeah, but he started a couple times. He started last week as well and didn't do anything. So, you know, I get you saying not surprised, but it's not all the time that's the case. Titans here. Bowie Firma, 4 tackle at 33. And that's going to be a knock-on from the Titans. Oh my gosh, this team is so hard to support, brother. Like, they've had the majority possession this first half too. Don't forget, guys, at half-time, I am going to have to go for like 5 to 10 minutes down the road to go get some water and whatnot. Because I cannot have tap water here. So I need to go down and get some water. Commentary saying that they are okay with it. On Bix, bro, I'll give you a fair, valid warning here, man. Don't spam Dragon shit, bro. Like, happy for you to support your team, but you're not going to get the reaction you want, man. So just enjoy the stream or just shush. So second tackle now for the Dragons, who are 15 metres out here from the line. Like, don't forget, we're both shithouse teams. Someone says it's just brain snaps, honestly. Yeah, man, it is. It really is. It really is. Second tackle, Ilias off to Flanagan. Flanagan out to Sully. Sully to Tyrell Sloan. And it's going to be a try time there in the corner there for the Dragons. This team is so difficult to support, bro. Like, truly, this team is so difficult to support, man. Hey, Andrew, yeah, you can actually talk shit to the Ombix. Oh, well, then shut your mouth, Ombix. And then well, then I'm going to remove you. You're an idiot then. But yeah, you can actually talk shit, Andrew. I'm in no mood today to deal with people like yourself. So 3 minutes 45 to go here in the first half. It's 16-4 here to the Dragons with a kit to come. Here we go, 12-point lead. Now the comeback starts. I hope so, man. I hope so. Has this team improved at all under Des? You know, if you watched my Roosters and Knights streams, you knew that even though we were winning those games 13 plus, I kept telling you guys that I'm seeing concerning signs throughout. It was just good that we won them 13 plus. Like second half team. Yeah, look, I hope so, man. Like, this is the thing. People look at the way people react, like with myself right now, right? And they say, oh, he's down in the dumps, he's negative, you know, woe is me. And it's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't think the Titans can come back in this game. Do I think it happens? Not necessarily. But, like, it's just, you're entitled to have emotions about your team. You are entitled, and I'm not saying you are saying this about me, but you're entitled to have emotions in the live moment of your team. It's just that you guys are seeing mine whilst nobody sees yours, if you know what I'm saying. So, and especially when I'm just, I need water. And Val Holmes will get the kick. So it will be 18-4 with 2 minutes and 44 seconds to go here in the game. Oh, the first half. Being sick don't help. Oh, being sick did not help. Did not help, man. It did not help. Yeah, it's 14 points here. I'm going to quickly have a look and see what the reaction's like in the Facebook groups. Alright, so Dragons pick this ball up at the 15. By the way, we're only like 250 subscribers away from 30,000, so if you haven't subscribed yet, go do it. We're usually a lot more, usually a lot more fun than what we're like today. So second tackle here at the 15. Someone just messaged me saying, fuck this club. Oh, bro. Fourth tackle now at the 45, the 50. Oh, they're away again. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. We're getting pumped by this scrub team, which shows how much of a scrub team we are. Holy shit. The fuck is this team, bro? I'm sorry, but Tino being out does not justify this. Like, bro, and you get the club trying to circle jerk the fans and say this is the year. Oh my God. Look at this shit, man. Connor says this sucks, bro. It's root with the Titans this week. This is so hard to watch when sick, man. It's so hard to watch when I'm this sick. Oh, I need to get out of India, man. I can't be streaming these games and being sick. I can't. I need to get out of India. Oh. Foz is at the back end of his career, Jack. You know, he can't. That would just be taking a step back. And it's like, I love Kieran. Kieran's a mate of mine. Like, he's an actual mate of mine. And I would love nothing but the best for Kieran. But no, Kieran doesn't come back into the center, into the 7. Someone says, I think the disappointment as a neutral is just you look through the Titans roster and they're so far off what they could be. Absolutely. Every year I'm thinking this is the one it all clicks. It's only Fort Gay Stid. I don't even know what you just said. Oh boy, Connor says Tigers smash the Knights, cheer you up. I could get less. I could not care less, my guy. Oh man, Callan says I subbed. Thanks, brother. Again, we're usually a lot more fun than this. It's just that one, my team, and also two, Tate Pelin playing in top form. Mate, the Dragons are 1 from 5. Like, so 25 seconds to go here. Don't forget, guys, like, stay on the stream. You can talk in the chat and whatnot. At halftime, I'm running down the road to get some water. I'll forever never understand not ruling on a forward pass. I know Larsins. I know that was forward, but I just, at this point, it's like, you kind of just speechless at this point. Camper and Joe defeat are massive losses. Yeah, but they're not overturning a 24-4 deficit. Knock on from the Dragons, doesn't matter. Halftime, 24-4 to the Dragons. Guys, stick around, get in the chat, keep talking away. Moderators will still be here. I do need to go and buy some... No, I don't need... That's why I'm not going to boil the water. I'm just going to go buy some bottles of water, mate. I'll be back in like 5 minutes. So hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I appreciate you as always. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, we're back. We're back. Back in the aircon. It's hot out there. This shit sucks. This shit sucks really bad. This shit sucks really bad, bro. I'm trying, but... Ben says... I've seen this whole Trump and Albo thing going off lately. I knew I'd go on for 2 seconds and politics and all that kind of gets in. Kind of look like Adam Elliott. That did not look like Adam Elliott. But I've got that one. People say Daniel Ricciardo. You know, I say Brad Pitt. You know, they're all the same. Oh my gosh, this is actually just politics in the chat. Connor says bored now. Oh, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do, man? Dear me. I'm just trying to survive. You should be lucky that you're lucky that I'm even streaming right now. You're lucky I'm even streaming. I know Jay started. Jay always starts it. Probably with Skunkle though, because it is always Skunkle's fault. Where'd I go? I went to get water. Because even though Skunkle doesn't like hearing it right now, I am absolutely rumper-stopper sick. So, but then again, apparently someone in the chat told us that you can't get sick in hot climates. So guys, you can go to India, you'll never get sick. Blah 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 says, yeah, let's chat politics, it might make you less mad. Oh yeah, politics makes you less mad, eh? The thing is, right, is that I'd be able to cope this. I would be able to cope this. Like, yeah, look, the team pissed me off. I'm very well aware of what this team is at the moment. I was one of the very few that was still saying, like, there's a lot to prove despite the 13 pluses. And I mean it when I was like, I was one of the very few. But, Skunkle, I was still critical of the team, saying, like, I can see that we're not there yet. So I know I know this team, bro. Like, my reaction isn't even really because of that. It's because of this, man. Trust me, when you've been in a place for 1 month, and you've been sick 3 times, totaling a space of maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks, and nearly half of your trip, you get tired of it, bro. You get tired of it. And then you've got this team to deal with. Adam Smart says, Ponga Warriors mystery signing, putting in massive offers. It could be Joe Manu too, by the way. Could be Joe Manu too. Could be Joe Manu. Storm play the Warriors this round, man. The Warriors have not beaten them since 2016. Things have changed since you left. What's changed? What's changed since I left? What's changed? What, do Australians actually give a shit about politics now that they're local? Since when do Australians actually give a shit about local politics? Australians only care about Trump and bloody Kamala Harris. I take an interest in it, but I've never seen any Australian really give too much of a shit about our own local politics. That's because there is a difference between a Republican, Conservative and Democratic Party over there, but in Australia there's not much of a difference between Labor and Liberal. There's pretty much no difference. GTGT says, easy win for the Wars. The Wars haven't won since 2016. Or it could be 2015. 2016, 2015, one of the two. One of the two. To be fair, a Trump debate is entertaining to watch. Oh, Trump's very entertaining. He's very funny. Last time the Warriors beat the Storm was before Trump's first term. Oh, so it was 2015 then, because 2016 was when he got in. Timmy Cato says, love Bobby Firma, but man, get him out of centre. Yeah, I think that I don't understand why Alan Fitzgibbon didn't start. They have a winger on the bench, brother. Why did we put a winger on the bench? It's Jesse Beasts. Hope the stream goes well, man. Mate, I'm fighting for my life, Jesse. Jesse, I'm fighting for my life here. Hope the stream goes well. Not only do I have to deal with this shit, but I've also got to deal with whatever the shit I just watched there. Oh my gosh. I'll read your previous comment. Okay, where's your previous comment? It's Jesse B. How far up is it? Where is it? Was I here at the time? Is he in India? That's so swag. I'll probably be in Vietnam within a month, bro. I can't see your first comment, Jesse. Sell me your car, lad. Jaden says, so you shooting tomorrow for cows and rabbits? I hope so, bro. I'm going to have to take my health into account and see if I can do it, because I can't sit here and stream to you guys whilst being like this all the time. The reason why I'm forcing myself to do this is because this is my team. I'm very 50-50 if I can do the Broncos Roosters. Hopefully I'll be good tomorrow. I definitely will do Sharks Manly, and I'll do my best for Sharks Cows. I don't think I'll do Eels Raiders because I'll want to rest probably. I'll re-say it. Glad you're getting some form of money from this game. I've turned this shit, maybe that's why it didn't show, off. Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right, dude. How do you feel about the refs? Don't care. We do it to ourselves. Like, sure, forward pass, yes. Forward pass, yes. But also, like, their challenge should have been successful. But, you know, whoopsie shit at this point. Like, it's much for muchness. Can we come back? Sure. But I don't think it happens. We've got just so much to do, dude. So much to do. Second half will be more points from where I see, but still be the Dragons tonight. Probably Hosamu. Hosamu? Hopefully I pronounced that right, brother. Yeah, it's like that's a forward pass from Val Holmes. Like it just simply is. But with that being said, we do it to ourselves, mate. Who should I vote for in Australia? Vote for Jay Hayes as Prime Minister. No, let's vote for Daz, mate, as Prime Minister. I reckon that'll really kick up a storm. Your immune system will be strong after this trip. Yeah, it will be, blah, blah, blah. You know, you got to think of it in the positive side, but also that's me thinking the future. Like, I'm still living in the now, and in the now, it's not fun. In the now, it's not fun. All right, so the game is about to start here for the second half, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. We're super close to 30,000 subscribers, so whack it on in. And we'll see if I can do Broncos Roosters. But it will be Jimmy Jolliffe who gets this ball at the 15. That's a good question. What GT say? Which party? Okay, let's move off from politics now, lads. Let's move off from politics, please. Daz would run us into the ground. Daz would rename Australia to Belmore. That's what Daz would do. Daz, mate, would not only take away the rights of anyone who doesn't live in the Canterbury region, but he would rename Australia to Belmore Land. That's what he would do. Fourth tackle here for the Titans at the 30. Tell me I'm wrong. Fifth tackle here at the 35. He would also probably ban Jared Sutton. He would actually probably put him on Easter Island. Jared Sutton would not be allowed near the game for Rugby League under Daz's watch. Oh, good on you, Vossi, yeah. Good on you, Vossi. He's just going to shit on the Titans now. Fair enough. Ah, man. Second tackle here at the 45 for the Dragons. Every street renamed to Up the Doggies. No, there'll be like a Wolf 1 and a Wolf 2 and a Wolf 1 and a Wolf 2. That's what Daz will do, yeah. Maybe there might be like an Up the Doggies. Bit of Bo Ryan with his afro. Fourth tackle now for the Dragons. But, you know, I'll give you food for thought here, Titans fans, or people in general. The Broncos 6 again for the Dragons. The Broncos came last in 2020. The Dogs came last in 2021. The Titans came last in 2019. Two of those three teams have become successful since then. Why not the Titans? Do you know what I'm saying? You got to question it. You've got to question it. Out to Gutherson. 18 metres out, third tackle. Olivia Reid, I'll read your comment out in just a second. Appreciate you. Sully, 5 metres away. Come on, defence, boys. Don't just get slapped. Don't just get slapped here. Damien Cook, out the back. Flanagan gets... Oh, look at the defence over here. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I can't. Like, that left hand, that right side. Honestly, I can't deal with it. Dude, how is it that easy? Oh, bro. This isn't the Storm, and you're making this team look like a champion team. Oh my God. Look at how average this defense is. Oh my gosh, I can't even fathom what I'm watching defensively on that right side with Bo Firma and Philip Sami. Oh, and it's this dickhead with his stupid buddy try celebration thing too. Oh my God. Olivia Reed with the $8 donation. Thank you, Olivia. Says, what happened? Get up, Titans. Another day, another donor. By the way, just made Suncorp. Dad's wearing a Roosters jersey. Banter is on. Get into him, mate. Get into him. I don't know if I'll be able to stream your game today because I'm just so... But, wow. Unreal. This would be a rematch for the previous round against the Tigers and Knights. What's your tip? I'd take... Is that in Newcastle or is that in Campbelltown? Is that Newcastle? Where is that? Even the TV at Suncorp is buffering, keeps turning on and off. Doesn't want to show us this horrid of a game. Trust me, be thankful. Condor, mate. Listen, bro. If you want me to sit here and just shit on your 3 wooden spoons in a row club, I'll do it, bro. Don't start, man. Don't start. Like, if there's going to be a club that's going to shit on the Titans, it ain't going to be you lot. So, 36 minutes to go here. The game is 28-4. Jaden Morris, is it McDonald Jones? I'll take Knights. Oh, is Luai back? Is Luai back? Maybe. Got a whole kitchen drawer, mate. I don't even know what you're talking about. There's no way as a 3 wooden spoon team you're trying to attempt to talk shit to another club. I promise you. Adam Smart says, I've asked the same question since the Warriors started. Why not ask every other team's had a turn? Well, you had a preliminary final. You also had a grand final in 2011. You also had a grand final in 2002. So you still... Like, we had a preliminary final in 2010. The only time we've ever won a finals game was actually against you guys in 2010. But, you know, 3 of the teams that were wooden spooners in the 2019, 2020, and 2021, you know, 2 of them have gotten... Like, I'm really happy with where the Dogs are situated. The Broncos, they got to a grand final, like, within a couple of years. Look where we are. I know, as this was. And Condor's the weirdest bloke ever. Like, the guy celebrates being awful. Like, one day he literally is a sadist and jerks off to being last place. And, oh, well, look at the defense here from the Titans. Luckily, we still got the ball there in the end. Please, please, please switch up that right side defense. But the guy's a sadist. Like, if for some reason he jerks off to his team coming last, but then wants to, like, celebrate I don't understand the guy. He's a really weird bloke. Thank to God the Doggies aren't the Tigers. Sure. Oh, man. Newcastle, a lot of players out. Who's out? I'll probably take the Tigers again then. Who's out for Newcastle? Is Ponga playing? 4 tackled here for the Titans at the 35. Luai back. Luai's not done anything spectacular for the Tigers this year, but he is a figure in the team that you need. So Jaden Campbell now will kick this one down into the corner. Crossland at 7. I'm taking the Knights. I'm taking the Tigers, sorry. I'm taking the Tigers. I'll take the Tigers. Mind you, they score again, I'm making a tea. I'm making a masala chai. If they score again in the next like 5 minutes, I bought this the other day. A masala chai. It's quite expensive. It's like 1,300 rupees, which is like $22 Australian. But it's really good. Oh, Noodle at 7. Luai, Skelton, and Someone Fainu back. Skelton's not much of a big deal for mine, but Someone Fainu is a big one, and Luai is a figure, you know. Slapper! Where you been, Slapper? Hey? What you been doing? You been cheating on us? What you been doing? Where you been, Slapper? Garvin looks better than Luai so far this year. Well, I think Latu Fainu looked really good in his short stint that he was there. I think they really... It's like Luai's a huge part about the Tigers, but I don't necessarily even think they guaranteed need him, but it would have just been a huge risk. Out of jail, Slapper? I reckon Slapper went to jail. I've been lacking. You've been lacking, mate. But I will tell you, so Alan Fitzgibbon's debuting now, I will tell you, Slapper, I was actually quite grateful. I was quite grateful you weren't here last week. So I bought like a packet of hot chips that I was going to enjoy by myself after the game. But being the idiot that I am, I unfortunately showed the stream where people then began to donate to make me eat these really, really spicy chips. And anyway, long story short, I would like $10, I would eat one of the spicy chips and they were hot. And then this Brocky Sports and Olivia Reed Mudabishes They donate a bucket load and make me scoff the entire packet down. And I felt it in my stomach for 3 days. Maybe I'm sick because of that, Rocky and Olivia. Maybe that's why I'm sick. Maybe that's why I'm sick, because of you lot. Maybe. Because I had to scoff down the spiciest chips in my goddamn life. Bloody bastard. Tell ya. So I was glad you weren't here, because knowing you, that would have terrified me. You would have told me to go get some more chips. How's your sports? Does remember Fitzgibbon cooking the doggies in the New South Wales Cup? He's beast, but AKP is still better. AKP's injured. Oh, shut your mouth, Sully. Penalty the Dragons. Hey, Sunday, why don't you see and find out, buddy? See and find out. Go on. See and find out. I'm going to rewatch that stream. What stream was that, guys? You'll enjoy it. What game was that? I think it was the Friday games, wasn't it? I'll be your best friend if you give us Latifonu. Hold on, let me just give Benj a call. First tackle now, Dragons. Look at the defense down this left-hand side. It's actually it's gonna have me in my deathbed today. Gutherson gives it off here to Flanagan. Flanagan underneath. Couchman. No, Stewart, sorry. Third tackle, 5 out. The game's the day before we verse the Dolphins, I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Yeah, so it would have been Friday, yeah? Held up over the line. So it'll be Dragons ball at 10. One of the Friday games, can't remember which one. Yeah, it was one of the Friday games. Actually, I think Mitchell ended up donating like buddy $30 or $40 too, did you? It was just a shit fest, mate. I just got... Oh my gosh. Sully taking it down at the 3. Bo usually is a good centre. It's just not been a good game from today. Oh, it's going to be 6 again. Yeah, it was. 6 again of the Dragons. It must have been a shit game. We ended up eating chips all stream. I'll find it. It would have been the Friday one. It would have been the Friday one. So second tackle now with the Dragons. 2 metres away from the line. And 6 again, don't worry. Was it Cowboys Panthers? I think it might have been Cowboys Panthers actually, wasn't it? And knock on there from the Dragons. Knock on from the Dragons. So it'll be Titans ball at 10. I'd take Storm. I think it was Panthers Cowboys. Good to see Slapper back. At least something good came out of this game. Nothing good came out of this game, Seb. Slappy's also a Titans fan. And he will agree that nothing good came out of this game. As I says, is that to the road or another room through the door? That is the shower in there. There's like an office space in there. I just don't use it. You're actually sitting on the bed right now. Bathroom's there. The kitchen's there. And then the bazaar is just out there. On a bright note, at least Jag Jenkins ain't here. I'll time him out if he come on this stream. I couldn't deal with him. 30 minutes to go here at the game. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Chris Randall gets his ball to the 40 on 4th tackle. Manly Sharks going to be good point. Will be flowing. Maybe. Chris says, who's number 22 for the Titans? He looks like an OJ Olam straight brick wall. Are you talking about Alan Fitzgibbon on debut? So, Clint Gutherson now will grab his ball at the 9. I think Storm 1 and 12 will be close. I hope it's close. I can see a 13 pluser, but I hope it's close. $28-4. This is actually what the Dragons beat the Titans by at Seabus last year. He actually used to play down in New South Wales Cup, Alan Fitzgibbon, and he played a really good game against the Dolphins in the preseason. But it's just unfortunate that we've got no Jojo Fafita, which is where the shuffles come in. But Titans would show up today and win it. Yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been real nice, mate. I would have been impressed with that. I would have been real happy with that, to be fair. Oh, good offloading there by the Dragons. Yep, good stuff here, Titans. Yep, good stuff. Yep, no, good stuff. Kick that ball back into... Oh, good catch down to Groot. Oh, he knocked it on. For gosh sake, man. It's not... I can't even blame Jalen for that. That's not Jalen's fault, that. Bro. This Telstra ad criminal make me sick. What Telstra ad? I want the young Tongan halves phoning Katoa playing to get the fins. Sure. Gee whiz, today, not the Titans' day. When is it the Titans' day, bruh? Having a wing on the bench to put him on the wing, what a waste of a forward rotation. This is exactly what I was saying since the start. And they go down the left-hand side. That defense on that right edge for the Titans of Phillips Army is just all over the shop, bro. Oh, well, no. Get up, Tyrell Sloan, you muppet. Get up. Members' numbers are down last few weeks with all the free slapper memberships running out. No, we're still getting Mitchell, who donates some memberships, and we still get Adam Smart, who donates a couple of memberships here and there. We still get some people donating memberships here and there. We were absolutely, blue-balled, knock on from the Dragons. We were blue-balled for a feedy bomb twice. Once by the Broncos and another by the Storm. So the members haven't even been able to get the good usage out of it. Knock on. Do you come out of the shower cleaner or take at your own risk? Shut up, man. Oh, man. Has Slapper retired? No, Slapper's here. He's chilling. Seb never gets one. Never gets one, no. The Storm felt personal missing that, Fiddy. Imagine Chooks win tonight with odds $5.12, just saying. Yeah, but they won't. I'm a poor man. Slapper, don't let him peer pressure you, mate. Don't let him peer pressure you. That's what they're doing. Seb Watson's just trying to be a little scumbag so that he can get a free $5 membership. Don't listen to him, bud. Don't listen to him. Al Mitchell with the 10 gifted memberships. Don't let it be Seb Watson for his little scumbag ways. Blitzy, Jared Fatmoni, Salted Fitbag, Joe, Matthew S, Knight Rider, Yashua. Love that name, by the way. Stewie, Andre So, and Enjar, too. Get the memberships. Get around you, Mitchell, and take that, Seb Watson. Take that, Seb Watson. You deserve it. Trying to, make someone, feel bad for not buying a membership. Why don't you buy a membership, you dog? Oh, boys. The first tackle hit. Lurker's exposed. Blitzy got one. Blitzy didn't get one? Oh, Blitzy was the first one who got one. Oh, damn it, bro. Oh, damn it. Blitzy was the first one who got one. That's not what you want. Alright, so Titans with the ball now at the 20. Mate, I just need to rest. Ugh. 0 tackling at the 20. Sam Verrills off to Mikey Fodawaker. He's going to be 8 meters out here from the line. Sam Verrills. Come on, JC. Do something here, lads. It's been such a poor performance for the Titans yet again. Indian hay fever. Mate, this ain't no hay fever, bro. This ain't no hay fever. Third tackle here, 5 out. Sam Verrills. Jaden Campbell goes himself. Taken down 3 meters away. As Dragons fans, should we be proud or just thankful? I'd be thankful and proud, really. And I think he might have... I don't know. I don't know if it's a knock-on or not. This might be a try. They're calling try. They're going to check this. Yeah, Jerome, don't take my reaction to think. It's not like my reaction is more because I'm sick. But the Titans have been very bad today. They've been very bad. But be proud and thankful that you're playing the Titans, but also be proud that your team get to win. But it doesn't mean they're world beaters by any stretch of the imagination. This will be close. So it'll miss the first one here. Doesn't touch there. That's a knock on there. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be taken off him. Am I the only one who would have gone out and whacked the guy beeping the horn with a stick by now? Oh, bro, you think that... Oh, you have no idea about India, man. That's funny, bro. That's funny. You have no idea about India. Everyone's whacking their stupid little horn. Some of them have even worse stupid horns. It's 24/7. 24/7. Yes, they do have hookahs actually here, Cryptic. So they do actually have hookahs. So you guys can hear that, can you? Can you guys hear those horns? Yeah, there is cows just chilling the street, Slapper. Yeah. Do they have the X-rated ping pong live shows over there? Mate, I'm in India, not Thailand. What? You think that India would be socially acceptable to have X-rated ping pong live shows? In, like, Delhi? Good luck. Pants for the spoon. Don't know about that one, man. Don't know about that one. But yeah, no, there are cows just chilling the road. Those vlogs will be coming soon. Yes, they will be, sir. Tomorrow we've got the helicopter ride through the Grand Canyon. Yeah. And then after that we'll probably have the Hawaii. Oh, no, we'll have Michael Jackson one. And then that's a knock on there from the Dragons, Titans ball. And then we'll have a couple of Hawaii. And then, yeah, you'll have the India vlogs over there on BKRtravel. And they've called a penalty here against the Dragons. They can't have that sort of behaviour in Vietnam as well. Yes and no. Yes and no. I can for the Holy Day vlog. Yeah, the Holy one will be good. More vlogs keen. I'm surprised you can hear that, but everyone else isn't commenting on it. Well, I know you're right, though, because like, it's 24/7 here. Oh, my God. Oh, this team does me in. It does my head in, this team. This team does me head in. It does my head in. They threw the ball over the sideline first tackle. You can hear the horns, yeah, Robbo. Might go to the Cows game, throw some... Okay. Jaden says, how cool would it be if they did right having eggs... No, it wouldn't be cool to be going and watching an X-rated ping pong live show in India. Do you know what he's talking about, Jaden Morris? Do you know what he's referring to by an X-rated ping pong live show? I'm not sure you're aware of what he's referring to. That you think it would be cool to come to India to watch a ping pong X-rated live show. Yes, I do. Well, then you're an odd character. Well, then you are an odd human being if you do know what he's referring to and you think it would be cool to watch that in India. Did you hear about the Russian vlogger get locked up for 24 hours in Philippines for being disrespectful? I didn't know that, no. Dragons here on the right-hand side, they're 5 meters out, 4 tackle. What's the name of the vlogger? I don't think I'd watch him, but, like, it's not that bald and bankrupt guy, is it? To be fair, he's English, but he just had a lot to do with Russia. Flanagan, Leilua, good tackle there by Philip Sami. And fit tackle and Tupalatu taken down to the 5. Oh, Vitali. Oh, well, that's not surprising. That guy's arrested more than... You know, what do you want me to defend that? 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 First tackle, 5 meters out from their own line, they knock the ball on. You want me to defend that? I want me to defend that. That's what I'm meant to defend. Ah, man. Negan says Titans becoming Queensland's worst team. Hey, question, Negan. Are you a Roosters fan? Can you imagine losing to this team? 13 plus? In Sydney? I don't think Roosters should be talking right now. Second tackle here for the Dragons at the 5. 20 minutes to go here of the game. Hit that like button and subscribe. I might still do the Broncos-Roosters game, guys, but it is going to be on a similar wavelength where we're just kind of chilling rather than like full-on commentating because I'm just... You know, but I'll do it. The guy that beat the girl up on mushrooms. Yeah, Vitali is a... Yeah. Can't defend this shit, man. What's the marketing team got for an excuse this week? Looking forward to bring out the chips. I'm too sick, bro. I would actually do that for a bit of fun, but I'm too sick to be doing that today. Otherwise, I would have done that. Maybe like on Sunday if I'm better. Clayton says, I hate these blowout games. Yeah, so do I as a Titans fan. Let's just all get drunk tonight and pretend none of this ever existed. That's what I do. Oh, I don't really drink, to be fair, but that's what I'm probably planning to do for the rest of my life, watching Titans games. People like Vitali give us Westerns a horror look over in Asia. Yeah, they do. They do. And Vitali is a knob. Just like, Fusi and stuff like that. Hayes in a try, didn't touch the ball with his boots when playing the ball. Oh, boy. On a plus side, at least the Titans live on a pretty cool city. Can you imagine if we lived in, Western... Oh. Yeah, I'll do it. At the end of the day, Western Sydney's not as good as the Gold Coast. Could you imagine ultimately being a Tigers fan? Because at least with the Gold Coast, you have the hinterland, you have the beach, you have the theme parks, you have the family, you have the quiet, you have the party, you have literally everything. You're not far away from Brisbane. You're also not too far away from Sydney by flight. Everywhere on the Gold Coast is beautiful, and everyone says it's just a holiday city, so sure, they can come have a good time and they can piss off back while we enjoy the city permanently. The Gold Coast is perfect, absolutely perfect. But unfortunately, our team suffers because of that. I couldn't imagine being a West Tigers fan and living in Campbelltown and seeing the team win 3 spoons and then having Minto next door. I heard Gold Coast is pretty golden. Thank you, mate. The Tigers have a pretty cool bay to walk around, to be fair. Oh, here we go. What's the joke? What's the joke? Just say Mount Druitt, mate. Oh, well, Panthers is successful, so they at least get the success on the field. Dave Fafita here, he's running away. Off to Bowie Firma from Sami. Wow, Titans would actually score. Well done. 34-8 with the kick to come. Woo! Woohoo! You just can't follow GC teams. So many have come and gone. There's no worry. I know Daryl and Joe Kelly. I know Rebecca and Brett Frizzell. But I can tell you the Titans aren't going anywhere, bro. There's no concerns that the Titans going anywhere. So that point removed, it's very difficult to put the Gold Coast on the basis that they've just never been good. But in regards to your comment about the Fold Coast equivalent, there's no worries in regards to the Titans at all. But am I doing the Broncos match tonight? I'm meant to be. I'm really extremely sick at the moment, bro. So I'm doing my best, but I'll probably chill out for a bit. If I don't get through if it starts to be a blowout and I'm feeling incredibly sick, I'll probably cut it midway. But we do our best to stream every single game here, mate. So I'll do my best to do it, but we'll just see how we go. Yeah. Fafita tried to carry this team, yet Slater will come out and say he doesn't like his efforts. He's been very good today, Dave Fafita. Isaac says, as someone who lives in the Gold Coast, I know this has been removed, but as someone who lives in the Gold Coast, the fan base of this team is absolute cancer. I'm glad they're trash. So what would you, if they've been hidden, unhide them for a second, because I want to ask them this opinion, because I'm sure we'll probably time out, because I'm sure they're probably just a troll. But I want to ask you, what separates the Titans being a cancer fan base in comparison to the other 16 teams? What would you say is the separation there, man? Because I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that, 1, you're not a Titans fan. Also, 2, you're probably a version. And also, 3, you're not a Titans fan. So I think that you're just here to try and say something that I've seen a comment of this once a week. So we live rent-free in your head. So you do you, bro. But I guarantee you that you couldn't give me a specific reason that would separate the Titans from 16 other clubs in regards to being a quote-unquote cancer, as you would say. But I look forward to your response. Sana says, Balmain may be nice. Campbelltown is not... Yeah, I don't mind Balmain. Balmain's okay. on the river area. Mate Australia says, got my new Gold Coast Suns cap today. Pumped. That's bandwagon central right there, isn't it? That's bandwagon central, isn't it? Isn't it? Hey, you know, fair enough. Get around the Gold Coast, man. I was a Geelong fan because of my stepdad back in the day. Suns weren't even a team when I was getting around the Cats, but I would love to see the Sunnies do well. BK at the 42. But you little bandwagon, don't even try and pretend you're not. Tough game this one, mate. J-Lad, when is it not a tough game for us, brother? When is it not a tough one? And Gutho taking down to the 18. Leichhardt is such a good footy ground. I think Leichhardt's a little bit overrated, but I think that the area is nice. I think the area is nice. I know I won't get any decent answer from Jay. The way that I respond like that is more so to suggest to anybody else if they would like to challenge that and say the Titans have this quote-unquote cancer fan base. Anybody is free to define the difference between why the Titans fan base is a quote-unquote cancer comparatively to the other 16 godly teams. That's kind of why I say that. I don't really give a shit about that fake account. Fafita a lot more this game. Fafita's been great this game, yeah. Fafita has been awesome. He's definitely been the best player of the game for the Titans. Alright, so Zhao and the Groot now to the 25. And it's going to be a penalty to the Gold Coast. If Titans start losing, don't tell Blaze your suburb or he'll speak the truth on it. What? Am I wrong in my thought process that maybe the Gold Coast is probably a better place to live than bloody Campbelltown? Quick balance of the penalties now the game's over. Skunkle, you know this isn't the ref's fault we lost this game. I'm of the belief that Origin should be those who are from Queensland, New South Wales. So it's like, I can't tell you that someone who is... I was born in Cogra, but I lived my entire life from when I was 2 weeks old in Brisbane and Gold Coast, right? So, like, who am I to say that somebody from Tonga who was born in Nuku'alofa or born in, Auckland, but then came over a couple of weeks later and moved to Queensland or New South Wales, who am I to tell them that they're not as much as Australian as me? Because at the end of the day, they lived their entire life there. I don't even know what I just watched there from the Titans. Warner Hill, so I hope my Rays can get a big win against Power on Saturday, or at least win like a lot of people are saying, but I unfortunately have a bad feeling about this game against Power and Darwin. Power usually suck in Darwin. I'll take the Raiders. So we're challenging this. I think he's accidentally offside. This might be a penalty. I was born in Townsville but live in the GC. Yeah, but that's not what we're referring to as Origin. Because people say that if you're born in Queensland, you must be a Queensland fan, or you're born in New South Wales, you must be a New South Wales fan, and it's just absolutely dribble. Yeah, he's accidentally offside. He's accidentally offside, so it's going to be a penalty here to the Dragons. Dragons see a spot in the ladder, I think. Yeah, they go up. Yeah, we drop off a few, but they'll go up a few. Panthers 0-5. What timeline are we in? No, they are 1-6. But 0-5 in their last 5 games. But that's a little bit of an unfair statement if you're just going to put 0-5. Because they have won 1 game, but that was against the Sharks in round 1. So, accident offside, unsuccessful challenge. The GC doesn't have a place called Minto, do they? No. We do have a place called Nerang. And we do have a place called Southport. But even Southport, although it's really dodgy, it's like... There's still beautiful parts of it, eh? Like on the lakefront and whatnot. Not the lakefront, the riverfront. Like the seaway there. Sterlo was born in Queensland. Townsville, was it? No, not Townsville. Was he Toowoomba? I think Sterlo was Toowoomba, wasn't he? And GI was born in New South Wales. GI is a bit more contentious. Imagine if they played for states they were born in. Sure, but... Like, Greg Inglis was one of the greatest players of all time, but that Queensland team also still at the time had Cameron Smith, Billy Slater, Cooper Cronk, Jonathan Thurston, Darren Lockyer at points, Darius Boyd. Oh no, there's going to be a bin here. Oh my gosh, Brock Ray's had a rough one today. Remember that there's no T in Minnow. No, we're talking about Minto, the area. This is going to be a bin here for Brock Rowe. Hey, I live in Southport near the Pearl Water. You know what I'm talking about, though. Like, at night, Southport can get quite dodgy. So, like, when I was younger, I grew up a lot in Merrimack, also in Burleigh. Merrimack, Burleigh, and kind of Rockingham. But Nerang used to be the dodgiest place that everyone would look at, but now I would say that most people look towards around that Southport area. And that's not saying that Southport is, like, horrid. Don't get me wrong. Southport can be beautiful. But, like, there is some real dodgy aspects of it. Dominic says, crazy. It's called state of origin, not state where you play junior footy. So what is your argument, Dominic? So your argument is that you must be born in Queensland and you must be born in New South Wales to play state of origin? Is that what you're saying? So if someone... So let me get this straight. So let's say that someone was born in Victoria and then one day later, they cross the border into New South Wales and live for 18, 19 years playing junior footy in New South Wales, playing throughout their entire life in New South Wales, growing up their entire life there. Are they now ineligible because of the stupidity of not being allowed to play because you weren't born in New South Wales? Like, come on. What is the actual argument behind that? Greg Inglis was born in New South Wales, and Sterlo was born in Toowoomba. Like, we can go back on this all day. We've also got plenty of players who were born in New Zealand and Tonga and Samoa that played for both Queensland and New South Wales. This is an argument for the ages that New South Wales made a song on, but Queensland can do the exact same thing back in return. It's a repetitive circus, man. And that's going to be a penalty to the Titans, 15 out. Here we go, Broncos Roosters on. No, it's not on for 20 minutes. I was born in Townsville, but my family and I had to move down to Adelaide because of all the flooding. Fair enough. But I just want to hear the opinion from Dominic. Dominic, how would you suggest? Like, for example, I was born in Cogra, New South Wales, in Sydney. But I moved as a 2-week-old baby, so I have no recollection of living in New South Wales as a young baby. Right, no recollection. I lived my entire life in Queensland, in Brisbane and Gold Coast. There is no way you're going to tell me that I'm a blue. There is no way. No way. Third tackle here at the 10. Ultimately, I'd love to hear you explain how you would make your eligibility criteria work. Fourth tackled here, 5 metres out. Sam Verrills gets the ball across to Brimo, and Brimo knocks the ball on. Warner Eels has raised, have played twice, and Darwin haven't won. Hey, don't worry, because the Eels are doing that pretty much yearly. I think this is the Eels' last game in Darwin too, isn't it? I live in the world's most realistic computer game ever made. Jay, you are in Beijing. Someone says, the only difference is with the Greg Inglis incident, correct me if I'm wrong, but I lived in New South Wales and had nothing to do with Queensland apart from wanting to play from them. This is why I said it's more contentious, Greg Inglis, yes. Greg Inglis is more contentious. He was Kempsey, wasn't he? Or was that Trell? Was Inglis Kempsey, or was that Trell? YouTube, there was a parody song about the suburb of Minto. Oh, there you go. With Haas, Tino and Hammer playing for Samoa at the end of the year, debates have sparked up about players that play Origin. Yeah, that's why we're talking about it right now. A Trell was Taree. Yeah, no, you're right. So it must be Kempsey Inglis then. Alright, fifth tackle. And it will be Ilias who kicks his ball up. Don't forget, Titans still have a man in the bin. And Tony Francis will be taken down to the 10. Made Australia, my father played lead guitar at the St. George Lease Club every Saturday night till I was about 8. Fair enough. Oh, well, you'd be... Okay, well, you've grown up at least in New South Wales, so you would be a Blues fan. Arama Howe hasn't even played. The state you were born in is the state you played for. This is ridiculous. Simple. No ifs, ands, or buts. There is an if, and, but. Regardless where you played your junior footy, it's the state you were born in. No, it is not. That has never been the rules. That was never the rules. Not at the old system of origin and not at the new system of origin. You tell me one time in history that your rules there are the correct way to do it, because I can tell you right now that throughout the entire history of rugby league, there has never been a rule that has dictated that you can only play for the state you were born in. You are quite literally incorrect. This is completely and utterly based on opinion. And if it is based completely and utterly on opinion, I must sit here and say, so you see anybody who was born in New South Wales that has then moved away before they can even have a recollection of where they live, that they must support the state that they didn't even grow up in. They didn't even recall being a part of that state. It's an absurd thought process. Someone who's born... Okay, let's put this then. So imagine you're born in Fiji, right? Your family's on holiday in Fiji. Should your mother be traveling and when she's that far pregnant? No. But let's say there's a birth in Fiji. Does that then mean that you can... Oh, Dragon's going to score again. Does that then mean that you must play for Fiji, even though you're Australian by blood and also you're from Australia, but you were born there? It makes no sense. Should you have the opportunity and the option to, if you believe that you align more with Fiji? Sure. But in no world has your thought process ever been the correct terminology behind origin. What if you were born in Northern Territory or Tasmania? Exactly. What if you were born in Western Australia and moved over when you were 3 into Queensland? So does that mean they're not eligible to play anymore? They're not allowed to play? No ifs, ands, or buts? That's a ridiculous thought process. It makes absolutely no sense. It limits the game on such a significant level. Significant. You know, on the Gold Coast, the best hospital, right? This is a perfect example. Let's say you live on the border of the Gold Coast, which is Queensland, New South Wales. You live on the south border. Well, guess what? The hospital is above the border. So you drive across... Now you're in Queensland, you're born in Queensland, you come back and you live the rest of your life in New South Wales. Riddle me that one. Riddle me that. Must you still be a Queensland fan or Queenslander despite the fact that you live your entirety of your life south of the border? In what world does it make sense? What if you were conceived in New South Wales, born in New Zealand, lived 2 years in Queensland, moved to New South Wales for 2 years, then lived 15 years in Perth, then decided to live on the New South Wales-Queensland border? Thank you for confusing the living shit out of us there, Sundo. There's just no world for this argument. There really isn't. But at least it's making me forget about the absolute dribble that this game is. Adam says, see yourself out, Tommy. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh, at least this is getting me through this dribble. 38-10 Dragons, 6 minutes to go. Mel wants to pick all the Samoans, the current rules saving the ruse. Well, it's like, I think that there should be a stricter policy in regards to the choice that you make in regards to international eligibility. Because international eligibility is a very different conversation. Very different conversation to state of origin. It comes to... Oh, Dragons are going to score again, aren't they? Oh my god. That's forward. Well, that's forward. Well, that's forward by a mile, but sure. Slabber says, what if your mum had one leg either side... What if your mum had one leg either side of the border while you drop out? What then? Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. It's a good question, though. It's a great question. This was a billion miles forward, by the way. Like, this was a million miles forward, but, like, the game's over. Oh, sorry. Stop it. You can't tell me that's not forward, bro. You can't tell it's not forward. No, they're going to check this. Yeah, you're going to come up with a dodgy rule to call forward here, eh? It's the right call, but they do this. They do this because they... Oh, they're going to try and call a knock on here at the 35. So that will be touched by a Dragon there. Yeah, so we're going to get saved there, but like I can't believe that forward pass was allowed. So it's going to be a knock on even the Dragons at 35, but I can't believe they allowed that forward pass. What if you were born in a Queensland taxi in the back seat in Tweed Heads? Mate, that's exactly right. Like you can't enforce the rules of no ifs, ands, or buts by just because you were born there. And also, here's a good one for you. Well, then, what the fuck are you if you were born in ACT? Because that's not New South Wales. What are you? Because then you are in the you are in your own little enclave inside New South Wales, and yet you're not allowed to play Origin in the rugby league rich capital of Australia in ACT. You are now not allowed to play Origin because you were born in the ACT. Make it make sense. Oh, dude. 13 metres away from the line, third tackle. Born in ACT, they're called politicians. Now, underneath here, they'll be 5 metres away, fourth tackle. No ifs, nuts, buts, no coconuts. You're off your rocker. So if you're born in international waters, you are therefore nationless by Dominic's logic. Yeah, no, you are. You are the Herculean. You are of Herculean descent. And they kick it up. Good kick. Alan Fitzgibbon. We'll lose the ball. We'll lose the ball. Nathan Jay says that's in Queensland. Nuku'alofa is actually just out, just a little bit past the area of Wagga Wagga. Yeah. Yeah, no, Auckland, where James Tarmo was born, I'm pretty certain it's just south of Newcastle, like in between Central Coast and Newcastle. But it's really close there. Apia, yeah, that's like in the Blacktown region. Like where Brian Toto and that were all born. This is going to be a penalty here to the Titans, by the way. What if you were born in Yugoslavia? It doesn't exist anymore. It's a great question. It's a great question. Hey, so were we speaking on here the other week? I think it was you guys, maybe it was Jay, who told us that there's going to be a new country in 2-3 years up north of Australia. It's like Papua New Guinea separating off. What was it again? I think Jay, you brought it up, or maybe it was Brenton or someone said it on another stream the other day. Hey, don't come at New South Wales. Hey, I will. Penalty for the Titans. Yeah, PNG, Bougainville, that's the one. Yeah. Bougainville. It says, Blaze, do you think Sharks should shred off Candy, Hiroti, Hamanueli, Stone Street? That's a lot of players. And pile all their money into one pile and throw it at Joe Mona to come play fullback? That's a lot of players to be getting rid of. That's a lot of depth. And also, he won't go to a Sydney club unless it's the Roosters. He'll only go to the Roosters or the... he will literally only go to the Roosters or the Warriors. He won't go to the Sharks. That's knocked forward, but Dragons pass was back. Go figure. Go figure! Go figure! Yeah, 2027 they're pushing for, I'm pretty sure. I wonder if you're allowed to visit. Jaden Campbell, 5 minutes out. I only need to score 5 converted tries in 4 minutes, guys. Good luck. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. And don't forget to go subscribe to BKRtravel. Where maybe we'll go visit Bougainville one day. Jaden Morris thought it was 2028. I don't know. All I know is that it was somewhere around there. Jaden Campbell puts it up. That's going to be knocked back by the Dragons. And Sloan will be taking out the 2. Or Toowoomba to go see Dominic. Like, look. I know we all had a pretty passionate reaction to Dominic's statement because it was a very silly statement with a lack of understanding of how that would work. But, like, Dominic, you are entitled to your opinion, however wrong it may be. But you are still entitled to your opinion. I understand in a perfect world, then sure. In a perfect world, sure. But you can break that argument down and slaughter it from so many different angles in regards to the birth. So, you know, like, you're entitled to your opinion. It's not correct, but you are entitled to your thought process. So, third tackle now. I feel for Dave. He was fantastic today. I feel for Dave. So the Titans decide to have a four-man bench that consists of a winger and a forward with no game time. Yeah, really, really interesting utilisation there, Mr. Logan Bullsacks. Really interesting utilisation. We will live stream the Broncos versus Roosters game, guys, but it will just be on a pretty flat, like this chill stream again, rather than full on. I feel a lot better after having that water. I am going to make myself a tea in the quick break in between this game and that game. There'll be more new countries in years to come. Countries will merge over in the Middle East. So, Jay, I'll tell you this. Being in India, this might come as a shock to a lot of people, but I would not... So, for people who don't know, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, and Nepal all used to be India. Used to be like Hindustan, right? I would not be surprised if you saw... in the future, whether it be 10, 50, 100 years' time, I would not be surprised if there is 4 countries that separate out of India. At very minimum 2 between the North and the South, because they are completely different countries. Like, India is 2 completely different, like, cultures and thought processes and ideologies between the South and the North. Titans 20 metres out, they get the offload away. Goes backwards to BK. He'll flick it off to Arama Howe, who comes on. I'm about to go 0-3 with my tips, so sad. AJ Brimo, he will score. 38-14 with a kick to come. Doesn't India have hundreds of different languages? 300. 300. So you can learn Hindi. You can come to Jaipur. You can go to Agra. You can go to Delhi. And then you can go elsewhere. And people will be like, what are you talking? Jackson Smith says, you're right, Dave Fafita was very good, but at the end of the day, forwards don't win you games. Correct. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to sit here and say Dave didn't do his job. Oh, don't worry, this team's performance has been absolutely pitiful today. Pathetic. But I will sit here and say this is not Dave's fault. Dave was incredible. You can't say that just because the team played bad that now we have to also insult Dave. Dave did have a very good game. It's just that nobody else was able to help him out. Oh, here we go. Dominic says, if you were born in any other state except New South Wales or Queensland, you don't play Origin. Simple. You are wrong. Simple. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. I think that's all I need to say, really. I'm sure the chat will... I'm sure the chat will reply to you fairly well. I don't think I need to respond to you. I think the chat will respond to that statement fairly well. Brenton says, I had a crypto guy tell me about it and is buying land there. Danyavad. Yeah, close enough, Jay. D-A-N-Y kind of deal. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Hey! Now it's talking. Yeah, you're talking exactly right. Exactly right. Messi says, haven't been able to watch. Was this game where Titans gave no effort, or did they did, but Dragons too good? We were okay for the first 20, 30, and then we just absolutely died. Dominic uses safety glasses to read. Oh, dude. Now, Dominic, I need to know your opinion. I really need to know your opinion. So you're telling me people from Canberra and born in ACT can't play Origin? Like, you're off your rocker, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I'll ignore everything, all the other stupidity of the context of how ridiculous your comment is. I just need to know. So you're telling me that no one from the Australian Capital Territory in the middle of New South Wales there, right? Not actually in New South Wales, but in the middle of New South Wales in Rugby League heartland. You're telling me no one who is born in the ACT is allowed to play Origin. That's the only question I have for you, my friend. That is the only one. That's the only one. That's the only one I got for you, man. Lagan says, I wonder how the history of Origin scores and decides would have gone if we went off Dominic's law. Damn. Yeah, but there'd be a lot. There'd be a lot of switches. Oh, dude, there'd be a lot of switches. Which shows the ridiculousness of it. Alright, so Moses Sully now, he's going to be 20 metres out here from the line. Is there a different language if you cross the street? Well, no. Are they going to go for a field goal? Are they going to go for a 2-point field goal? Well, that just made no sense. Final score, 38-16. Get this shit off my screen. I'm going to jump off. I'm going to make myself a tea, and then I'll be back live for the Roosters versus the Broncos game. This game was awful. Titans, no good. Dragons, you're fine. Don't take it as an insult that I just sit here and say the Titans shit house. As a Titans fan, I'm used to it, man. But obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I'll see you in about 5 minutes' time for the next game. And I will see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya. Also, Dominic, you're still wrong, mate. You're still wrong.